It is New Year's Eve, the last day of 2017. And even though I feel like there's been a lot of, there's been a decent amount of negativity that has happened this year, I still have a hard time looking back at it with a completely negative thought process because I really found pieces of me that maybe they didn't exist, or maybe they were hiding, or maybe I never had them. You are not getting a cookie right now.
Why?
Because it is morning. Sorry, the boys are awake. The girls are still asleep.
What are you talking to?
I am making a video, buddy. Will you please go throw that in the garbage? I mean, I ran. I'm sorry, would you like me to kiss it? I ran 5 half marathons. One of which I ran completely, the last one, the Madison Marathon's half marathon. And I ran it in like a personal record, a PR, it was 2:17 on the clock. But everybody who's run races like this know that like the half marathon's actually like 13.25 or something or whatever. It's not exactly 13.1 based on like when I use my watch. And so when I stopped it at 13.1, I was actually at 2:14. So we're somewhere in that 3-minute range of that. So Theo, can you please stop that? So I did really well on that, and I lost like 50 pounds. I started the year pregnant at like 205, and now I am at 170. The highest weight I've been is like 225. 220, 225. And that's not pregnant. Pregnant, I always get to like 220. Except for with the girls, I didn't really gain at all. Those are random tidbits of information that don't need to be said, but they're there. So I lost all that weight and got healthy again. I ran. I lost like 6 dress sizes. And I hate putting emphasis on that because everybody's got their own journey, and some people get healthy without losing weight, and some people get healthy without losing that much weight. It's not, to me, it's less about the number and whatever, and more about the fact that I know that that's the weight that I've kind of always set myself at when I was the healthiest. And the biggest piece is I now have options to go back into the Garter Reserve if I would like to, because I had to be under 184 based on my height. Pretty sure it's 184. Because when I talked to them in August, because I did talk to them in August, she asked what my weight was, and I told her it was like 182 then or something, 178 or something, I don't know. And she was like, oh yeah, you just stay where you're at and you'll be fine. So now I am 10 pounds under, and it makes me feel really good, or 10, 15 pounds under. It makes me feel really good to know that that's an option and I don't have to stress about it, because for years since I got out wanting to go back in the Garter Reserve, I did stress a lot about like, how am I going to lose all this weight to like get back in, because it was very hard for me to be consistent. And running has just saved me, just like it did a couple years ago. I ran when I was in the military, of course, because I had to, and there was a point when Mark was deployed where I started running like I do now, and I was running like 3 miles was pretty much my peak then, but I was running 2 to 3 miles like 5 or 6 times a week, and I had lost a great deal of weight then too. Not this much though. And my size in general has shrunk, which makes me kind of excited, because if I go Garter Reserve, maybe it's really ridiculous sounding, but it'll feel really good to put on a uniform again and not feel like it's too tight, or that I have to go really big, because when I was getting out and I was bigger, I kind of always felt embarrassed being in the uniform, because I was so big and I didn't want to represent the Air Force that way. even though I was like more fit and whatever. And when I lost that weight, it felt a little better, but now I'm really excited, and I feel like I'll be a much better example of the military if I go back in the Carter Reserve. And I made some good new friends, like some close new friends, reconnected with some old friends, and I've continuously reconnecting with old friends, which is great. And I got to spend lots of time with some really good friends. Like, the only thing I think friendship-wise, I regret is that I spent a lot of this year not getting to spend time with Catherine because we had like a weird thing going on between the two of us, I think, with pregnancies and all of that. Trying to like tread lightly around each other, or we just had a weird anxious thing going. And as somebody who I would consider one of my best friends, I am really sad that I had to leave Hawaii so abruptly and I did not get to spend that time with her because I wasted it overthinking instead of communicating, and trusting that like we could work our crap out easier, because I miss her a lot and our little random adventures and spending time together with her and her men, because I do love her son and I do enjoy hanging out with her husband because they're all really good people. So that's probably the only thing through 2017 that I really regret when it comes to friendship-wise, is I wish I would have spent more time with them, and made more of an effort to spend time with them. That being said, I got lots of time with lots of other friends, and I met Marisa and Carly, and that was really nice, and I got my running buddies, and I met Morgan this year too. I miss the crap out of her. I miss my Hawaii friends. And I got my first full-time job in like 10 years, and it's a job I love. And I'm going to work really hard in the new year to get to permanent status since I'm on probation for 6 months. I will make you eggs for breakfast in a little bit, honey. And I graduated college this year with my bachelor's, and now I'm looking at master's programs for 2018 to go into, hopefully in the fall. And I moved us into a place all before Christmas, which was a big goal for me. I really wanted to celebrate Christmas in our own place so that we could have like a really nice Christmas, comfortable Christmas, and we got to do that, which was wonderful. I set some big goals this year. Some of them, of course, before the divorce stuff happened and had no relation to it whatsoever. Specifically the running and college and such. And hiking. But the post-divorce ones, the ones that I set for myself after I left, those ones have been the biggest and the most emotional to achieve. And being able to achieve the other goals. I got the 500 miles that I wanted to hit for the year yesterday. I had to go through my spreadsheet and match everything from my Apple Watch because I got it in like May, I think, or something. And all the ones before that from my run tracker on my phone to make sure that I was not missing anything, and I filled them in. I thought I was 11 miles short, and I was actually 2. There were like 6 miles or whatever or 9 miles or whatever. I can't do math clearly this early in the morning. 9 miles that I missed throughout the year. So I took care of that. I finished my 500 miles. I finished half marathons. Specifically, the Madison one was the big one that I wanted to achieve this year. And hopefully going into 2018, I want to do 3 half marathons this year. I want to do 1 full marathon this year. I would like to run 500 more miles. I would like to not get into like CrossFitting, but like get into strength building. I hate the idea of just lifting, because that's boring to me, and running is not boring to me, so I don't really want to do lifting if it's boring to me. But I would like to get into something like that, especially now that we have a gym membership, and a gym membership that benefits all of us, because the big kids love to go to the childcare that's there for an hour or 2 to like play with friends, and they have a big gym so the kids can go play. So it's kind of like they get a little exercise and I get a little exercise, and it's promoting that really fit, active life that I would like to show them. So I want to get into lifting. If anybody in this area has a gym membership over at PAC, let me know. We could lift together or do something. I don't know. I'm not paying extra for CrossFit. That's not happening. But to do something to get in more strength building, I'd really like to build up more muscle tone, especially my upper body. I want to take a Love and Logic class for parenting. I've been meaning to do it, and I just haven't really done it. I really want to start honing in some parenting skills to go towards that 5-year goal of being a foster parent. I'd like to get into a master's program this year. I'd like to take at least one more road trip, if not 2 this year with the kids. Maybe just down to see Mackenzie and them again. Maybe out to see Becca and Lisa in Ohio. Maybe we'll go west. Maybe we'll go to Denver. I got some friends out there. Somewhere. I have people everywhere, and I kind of would like to just do another road trip. Somewhere fun with them. Use some vacation time for vacation and not just doctor's appointments. My babies will all get a year older this year. Theo will start kindergarten. Joey will start 4K. We'll see where life takes us in 2018. I can't look back at 2017 though and be like the divorce is sad, and there are moments. It's not that it's completely ignored, or I don't know. It's not like I'm washing over it or it is positive in itself. It's not. But I shared a song yesterday that Bridget shared with me a while ago by Reliant K, Jefferson Airplane. And she told me that it made her think of me because I have this way of, like, in really horrible situations to still try and find a silver lining. And as probably Scott has noticed the most, and my mom, and a lot of my friends, I'm the type of person who, when you see those things, it's like, yeah, I'll get over it, but I gotta be dramatic first. I'm totally that person. I'm the person that's like, oh my God, what's going on? And like have my little meltdown and freak out for a second. And then within an hour or two or within a day, it's like, okay, now let's just face this battle. Let's just do this. And a lot of 2017 was that for me. A lot of 2017 was like, whoa, how am I going to do this? Oh my God, this is scary. This is horrible. This is sad. And then getting it all out and attacking whatever came next. And every time I've had a breakdown, a lot of them have been like, I just need to cry for a few hours, which would be literally, I mean, I must have just had moments where I just cried and cried. I would pick the kids up from school and I would have had an anxiety attack worrying about life. And I would just cry from the moment we got in the car until after bedtime. And it's probably sounds really depressing, but it was very therapeutic, and they've gotten, like, it wasn't like I was crying and not able to take care of them. It was like, I'm just crying, and this is just life, and mommy's just sad, and this is happening. I feel like this has gone off on a random tangent that is ridiculous. But yeah, a lot of 2017 has been taking moments and having my moment with it and feeling it, and then facing it and moving on and letting it become a positive element to my year. So maybe I look bad for not being like, oh, 2017 sucked because I'm getting divorced and I had to leave Hawaii and I had to do so super abruptly. But I just can't do that because there was a lot of good in the year. I mean, I got Zoe out of it, and that's a pretty big deal. She's literally the perfect addition to this family. She is my little sunshine ray. She literally went to bed at like 7 o'clock last night and has not woken. I've checked on her at least 7 times in the last, what time is it? She's been asleep for over 12 hours, like perfectly asleep. I have checked on her so many times. She's not woken once. That girl needed some sleep. But yeah, so 2017 was a year, and there was a lot of good. There was a little bad. There was a lot of good. I'm super thankful for the people I've met. Super thankful for the people that I've gotten close to again. I'm super thankful for the people that have stuck it out and who have been there for me. If you haven't noticed, my trend is people. People people are important. And it's been a year of people for me. So here's to 2018. And I hope that everybody has a fantastic New Year's. And let me know what your goals are for this year. Let me know how you feel about your 2017. I feel like a lot of people feel negatively about their 2017. That's fine. Maybe some people had some really sucky years. But here's to 2018. It starts tomorrow. It's a new year. Let's get her done.